Due to the pandemic, their jobs are lost, their income is lost.
We quickly found out that a lot of the parents were not earning from the past 2-3 weeks.
There was definitely no chance that we were not going to help them.
My first thought, even before my parents, was my students.
Hello, my name is Shriya.
My name is Chaitali Nandi.
Hi, my name is Anju Joseph, and I'm here to share my quarantine story.
I'm a Teach for India alumni.
I spent 2 years teaching kids science and maths at this amazing school called Mohili Village in Andheri East.
I'm currently pursuing my master's in psychology.
I have been welcomed into my kids' lives with open arms, welcomed by their families into their humble homes. When you enter these homes, you are first greeted by broad smiles. Kids will go running out to get you Coke or Pepsi or water, biscuits, whatever little they have. Fast forward to when the lockdown started. The announcement was made that the country would be shut down for 20 days. My first thought, even before my parents, was my students.
I had plans for giving out homework to kids because I anticipated a lockdown, but I did not think things would get this intense.
I knew that these students and their parents were going to struggle. Most of them are working in the unorganized sector, and due to the pandemic, their jobs are lost, their income is lost.
So I reached out to the teachers who had spoken to the families, and the families surprisingly said they were fine. When I thought about it, I said, yes, they are fine, because they really don't know how long this lockdown is going to last.
I think Chaitali was a huge inspirer to this whole fundraising movement that we started. She was quick to realize that this is going to stay for a longer time.
So they were having difficulties in getting the basic minimum, including food to eat.
I asked the teachers to probe a little further, so we all started making phone calls to the families of the 63 kids who we taught, explained to them that the lockdown would go further than 20 days. That's when they realized. So that's when families started saying, yes, we'll need help.
Having taught these students for 2 years and having seen their struggles and their love and care up so close and personal, there was definitely no chance that we were not going to help them. We had to do something to reach out to these students and be there for them at this time when we were actually privileged enough to be sitting in our houses.
We quickly found out that a lot of the parents were not earning from the past 2-3 weeks, and they were not being paid. There were a lot of other problems. Some of them needed medicines. Some had landlords who were pestering them for rent. Basically, there was a need for money.
I was able to collect around 50,000 rupees over a span of 4 days from my relatives and my friends.
There was no NGO that was helping us collect money. It was just word of mouth, and that really helped.
So we estimated about 2,000 rupees for family, taking into account 1,300 to 1,400 rupees for groceries, and then 600 would be money that they might need for any emergencies like medical expenses, hospitalization. Also, about 90% of them live in rented apartments, so the landlords would start asking for rent, etc. So we decided back then that we would support each family with 2,000 rupees. This was around the 20th of March.
We figured it out for our own classes first, and then the three of us reached out to different classrooms.
The thought definitely did occur whether these funds are going to be used for the right means. We decided to choose faith, and we decided to believe that these families and these parents who we knew so well would take the right decisions. And we were right.
Our process was basically simple. We put out messages to our friends, our family members. We asked them all to donate, and it's crazy the number of people who have generously donated. People I hadn't spoken to in so many years came forward and donated money.
One is we tell the donors that they can send us the money. We transfer the money to the families, and we send the donor a screenshot of the transfer. That's one way. The second way that we do this is we tell the donor that they can directly transfer the money to the beneficiary. So we share the bank details with the donor, and he sends the money to them direct.
One of the main reasons for providing money was one, obviously, to ensure social distancing on our part as well as on the part of the students and their families. But the second was also so that giving money would also help them use it for things that they actually really needed. While food packets is extremely important, but things like sanitary pads or even for that sense Dettol, sanitizers, all of these are also important necessities that need to be taken care of. So giving money would in a way help them make a decision of what is of extreme importance to them at this point and spend that money accordingly.
I felt that humanity was coming together as pandemic emerged.
Today we stand at having supported 350 and counting families. This is from junior KG to grade 10 in the English department of Mohili Village School. We've also started supporting few kids in the Urdu medium school. Apart from the school, we're also reaching out to people in the neighborhood who need help and support. The way we're supporting the neighbors is through groceries.
Our idea was to widen the impact and not just support a few families, because I feel a number of people are in need. So reaching out to the most of them was more important to us.
We have about 2 parent volunteers currently who identify people in this community who need help. They have also directed us to a Kirana store owner who packs and handovers the food supplies to the beneficiaries. The way we keep track of it is the parent identifies families, gets their phone numbers and names and gives us the list. This list is given to the Kirana store owner who calls the families one at a time, hands over the food packets to them. The food packet contents have already been decided by us, so it's an approximation of supplies for about 15 to 20 days depending on the size of the family. In our journey, the Kirana store owner has also become part of the team, so he also identifies people and families in the area who need help and support.
We had children who were making videos.
थैंक यू दीदी, आपने मुझको 2000 रुपये देकर मेरे परिवार को संभाला, उसके लिए धन्यवाद करती हूँ।
Thank you so much for all भैया and दीदी। Bye.
दीदी बोलो थैंक यू मैडम पैसा भेजने के लिए।
Thank you मैडम पैसे भेजने के लिए।
And drawing out cards, and then we send that back to the donor. We spread gratitude that way.
All of us, all of the volunteers are all working professionals. We all have 9 to 5 jobs. The way we help is basically in our free time, which is after working hours. So after you have your dinner, you get on your phone, you check whether volunteers have called people they were supposed to call. Check whether volunteers were able to call, because like us, even our volunteer friends are working. So whether they were able to call or not, I mean, it's okay if you had a list of 10 and you called only 4 because you were busy. So you call them the next day. That's how the efforts have been sustained.
All that I did was actually put in some time, create an Excel sheet and just track which student needed help and which didn't. But it's basically the goodwill of the people around us who donated a lot of money. I'm extremely grateful to them.
I've decided to call this entire initiative Hum for Humanity because I've seen people coming together to help people they don't know. If you would like to help us support families in the community, we will share our bank details with you and you can send us the money, which we in turn will send either to the children's families or support through the Kirana store owners. You can alternately directly transfer the money to the kids' account. So if you let us know how many families you would like to support, we will send you those many children's bank account details. The school has 4 mediums and there are about 700 students in each medium. So there's a lot of work to be done. So in whatever way you can help us, please let us know. Also, if you do have the time to make phone calls to the families to find out how they are doing, you could let us know. We will give you a list of names and numbers to contact. You can help us in our movement. Thank you so much.
Even though we did not want to be apart from each other, we had to.
I also feel that people in India are very unaware of how serious this is.
ये देखिए ये है मेरा रूम, ये किचन है।
हमने कोई सेफ फील नहीं कर रहा है, आप लोगों के साथ कुछ भी नहीं।